What's up everyone, it's StrangeLuv here, and I'm back with another Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare Easter egg. Now, I ran into this Easter egg reference a couple times in-game, and I was trying to figure out the exact circumstances that make it happen. That'll make more sense as soon as I show it to you guys. But I only found a couple people online who mentioned this Easter egg, or even really explained it at all, so I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you guys right now, and see what you think. Alright, so this Easter egg takes place on the Driftwood Shores map, the same map that has the Wind Waker Easter egg on it, and you have to be playing as a plant to experience this Easter egg. Now, when you get to the final stage and have to shoot through the cannons to go and defend the giant flower, something kinda special happens. Check it out. Alright, so as you heard, when you shoot through the cannon as a plant, you get serenaded by Ode to Joy. Now, if you guys are familiar with some other PopCap games, you'll probably recognize that this Easter egg is a reference to Peggle. And Peggle's one of PopCap's older games. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It's kind of like Pachinko, if you guys have ever played that. But what happens is, you drop a little marble out of a cannon from the top of this map, and you're trying to hit these little orange pegs in a whole board full of pegs. But anyway, if you hit all of the orange pegs before you run out of marbles at the end of the round, it will play Ode to Joy with a bunch of fireworks in the background, and so this is a pretty iconic thing that happens in Peggle, and so it definitely doesn't surprise me that this Easter egg is referencing one of their other games. Now, they make one more reference to Peggle on the street signs in the Walnut Hills map in Gardens and Graveyards. And if you've checked out the street signs before, you'll see that one of them is named Bjorn Street. And Bjorn is the main master who pretty much guides your way in Peggle. And he's also back in Peggle 2. Apparently, in Peggle 2, I haven't played it yet, but when you get all the orange pegs, he will headbang to Ode to Joy. I guess they have a bunch of different masters now in Peggle 2 that have their own classical tunes that they play to, but that one is the homage to the first Peggle by playing Ode to Joy, and so that just adds on to this reference. Also, there's another street called Cinderbottom, and in Peggle, there is a Lord Cinderbottom. He's like this big dragon. So, the Peggle references are pretty strong in Plants vs. Zombies, and I'm sure you guys have experienced hearing the Ode to Joy song play when you go through the cannon on Driftwood Shores, and maybe you just didn't know what the reference was too. Now, when I first noticed the Ode to Joy playing when I went through the cannon, I thought it was because I was the future cactus, and so I went back and tried doing it with a different character, and it played it again. I was a pea shooter, and it still played Ode to Joy. So I think you just have to go through the cannon as a plant, but I haven't tried all the plants, so you guys let me know if there's a plant that doesn't play the song when you go through it. But for now, I'm just going to assume that you just can go through the cannon, and it'll play Ode to Joy as long as you're a plant. And the thing about this Easter egg is you can only experience it once per play session of that map, because as soon as you shoot through the cannon as a plant, you can't go back through the cannon again, because you're just going to keep spawning on the island with the big flower. So if you miss it the first time, I guess you'd have to just try and play the map over again as a plant and hope that you catch it, because you can't hear the song as a zombie going through the cannons, of course, because you would hear it every time. So anyway, I thought this was a pretty nifty reference that they added in there for all those dedicated PopCap fans that have stuck around through PVZ, and I'm kind of surprised that nobody's really mentioned this Easter egg yet. I did find a video by Wild Dano where he is shooting through a cannon during the installation phase of the game, and it's in a completely different area. It's not the same cannons that are on the Driftwood Shores map, but it is the same reference, so that's the closest thing I've found. That, and I found a forum post where somebody actually did go through the Driftwood Shores cannons and tried to figure out if it was a reference to Peggle or not, so I will link those down below so you can check those out. But anyway, those are the Peggle references in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, and if you guys were ever wondering why Ode to Joy plays when you go through the cannon, now you know. Alright you guys, that wraps up this Easter egg video, and if you guys find any more references in Garden Warfare, feel free to leave me a comment down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, stay strange my loves, and until next time, this is StrangeLuv, signing out.